Nigeria attracted inflows of $1.41 billion into its currency market in June after it scrapped a multiple exchange rate system that used to keep the naira artificially strong. Nigeria's central bank lifted restrictions on foreign exchange trading in June and allowed the naira to weaken by more than a third in one of President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms welcomed by investors. The central bank on Thursday said $1.14 billion came into the currency market in May before restrictions were lifted, adding that the June inflows came from companies and exporters. Nigeria's currency market used to trade hundreds of millions of dollars a day before restrictions were introduced in 2017. The country has faced dollar shortages after foreign investors exceeded local assets in the wake of previously low oil prices. Since then, investors are yet to return, and the central bank has not yet settled outstanding demand for dollars from foreign investors seeking to repatriate funds and airlines seeking to send money from ticket sales abroad. The Central Bank of Nigeria has released the consolidated financial statements for the last 7 years, making it the first time since 2015 that the Apex Bank will be making its book available for public scrutiny. The consolidated financial statements, which were released by the bank, those for 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 financial periods. The bank declared a profit after tax of 103.8 billion naira in 2022, up from 75.13 billion naira reported a year earlier. Meanwhile, the CBN owes JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs a combined sum of $7.5 billion as of financial year ended December 2022 in what it classified as securities lending. Since 2005, when it started publishing details of its annual report on its website, the CBN never failed to publish the report until 2016, when it stopped the publication of the crucial documents. Nigeria's oil production in month of July 2023 fell by 13.6% to an average of 1.08 billion barrels per day compared to 1.25 million barrels per day recorded in June. The latest production data from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission is a major setback for the government, which has a production target of 1.69 million barrels per day in the 2023 budget. The volume of production is also significantly lower than the 1.7 million barrels per day quota allocated to the country by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. The NUPRC data released Thursday also showed that blended and unblended condensate oil daily production in July were 38,258 barrels and 174,509 barrels respectively. In total, daily average oil production in July was 1.29 million barrels per day, a 12.8% drop when compared to the total average daily production of 1.84 million barrels in June. The organized private sector has expressed worry that the recent exit of GlaxoSmithKline could trigger a mass exodus of multinational manufacturers from the country. In separate statements, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry and Mines and Agriculture also urged the federal government to speedily address the unfriendly business environment to prevent more businesses fold up. The LCCI, in a statement, said the decision by GlaxoSmithKline to shut down its operations in the country after over 5 decades would have adverse effect on the economy. The chamber noted that despite offering international businesses access to the largest market on the continent, the country still faces economic slowdowns due to rising cost of doing business and unreliable power supply and weak infrastructure. On its part, Naxima, in a statement signed by its president, Dele Oye, said the recent announcement of GlaxoSmithKline exit from Nigeria had dealt a major blow to the country's manufacturing sector, which was already experiencing significant collapse among its local businesses. Increased video streaming and talk time raised the amount spent on telecom services to 3.86 trillion naira in 2022. The Nigerian Communication Commission disclosed this in its newly released 2022 Subscriber Network Data Annual Report. It noted that this was an 18.74% increase from the 3.25 trillion naira that was spent in 2021, an indication of sustained growth in Nigeria's reliance on telecom services. Providing a breakdown of the revenue, the Commission noted that GSM operators made 3.33 trillion naira, fixed wire operators made 385.07 million naira, internet service providers made 92.08 billion naira, value-added service providers made 40.74 billion naira, co-location and infrastructure sharing operators made 3.29 billion naira, and older telecom operators made 5.59 billion naira. Also, while telecom service providers raked in 3.86 trillion naira as revenue, they spent 2.88 trillion naira on operating costs and capital expenditure, leaving them with a 977.44 billion profit margin before tax. Right, you can watch and follow our social media handle and subscribe to our YouTube channel on iBrandTV. Also, follow and join us live on our Facebook page on iBrandTV Media. iBrandTV is on Instagram as iBrandTV and can be followed on Twitter at iBrand_TV. You can watch iBrandTV live on StarTimes channel 143.